Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Wizardry, Labyrinth of Lost Souls. Okay, we get into a fight immediately. Alright, we ambushed them good. Here on the bottom level of Sheen's dungeon, trying to find Sheen and the Lost King, King Diamant V. Okay, encounter rate has suddenly decided to be really high. A very dangerous thing to happen when any given encounter has a chance of killing us. Okay, good. This is going fine. Got him. I think a minor group heal wouldn't go amiss. Now we're gonna run into Alahawi again. What does the Book of Dreams have to do with everything? Many questions to be answered here in the finale of the story. We got anti-magic again. Well, as much as I hate to do it because it's dangerous to get attacked in anti-magic zones, let's pace this out. And, okay, we didn't get attacked while we were in there. Good. Always mildly annoying getting all our buffs back on. There we go. Ready to rock. Spinner. Just a couple Archdemons. What a thing to say. But yeah, at this point, just a couple Archdemons, not a big deal really. I shouldn't be so cavalier. Every encounter down here deserves to be treated with respect. Oh great, a Dark Zone. Earth Scroll. At least it's not darkness plus anti-magic. It did put out our torch, though. Well, we have plenty of them. Okay, sure. There's one surefire way to summon more darkness, it's to use a torch. Let's just leave it dark for now. Suits the creepy atmosphere anyway. Musashi's and a Hayate, actually a scary group. In fact, let's preemptively now burst. Let's not charge it up first. And I think it'll be too late to make use of it anyway. They steal a lot of gold. Got him. Oof, Yuki got wrecked. Or not Yuki, Izumi. Fix the formation. I didn't notice. Did they drop an item? No, they did not. Encounter rate, please. Unnecessary. 3 Reapers. Actually. There won't be enough left by the time you Sogeki, so just attack them normally. I didn't really expect a Darkness Field to do much, and confirmed, it didn't. Oh, great level for Rakia. Fantastic level. Good level for Valrus, too. Nice. Stun Gas. Confirmed. Just a regular dagger. Glad I risked my party's life for this. Toss. Save-worthy level-ups, though. Rakia has now more than regained that level drain she sustained, so that's good. Okay, a lone Greater Demon. And down he goes. A silver chest with a Reaper's Sickle. Oh, that's an interesting weapon, actually. 38 to 137 times 2. I mean, sure, that's kind of pathetic compared to the Aurora Blade or the Odin Sword, but accuracy 5, dodge 5 is pretty good. Can be used by fighters, thieves, and samurai, so a ninja can't use it, which is interesting. It could be a sub-weapon. It could be a sub-weapon. That's an interesting point. Iron Shield plus 5 and a couple Dragon Kites. That's some defense that's tough to give up on. And I don't know that the Speed Dagger would add that much to the damage. How much defense have we got going on here? A Lord can't use it, right? So it's Rakia or nobody. Her defense is 78. That's pretty good. It's going to go down if I unequip her shield. Let's try it. Let's try it and see what we think. It might not do enough extra damage to be worth it. But what were the other stats it had? Accuracy 5 and dodge 5. That's not nothing. It's a good find in any case. Worth saving. And yeah, the Aurora Blade is a one-handed weapon. Oh, we found the control switch. Nice. Where to next? Maybe here. Oh no, this is a scary group, for sure. As much as I'd love to try out that new Speed Dagger as a sub-weapon, let's now burst. Double now burst. Okay, great. Preemptive Healing Wind. Brilliant AI there. Well, at least that one actually healed something. Ooh. Rakia got rocked. She lived through it, though, thanks to her giant hit point pool. Boy, is that important this deep. Try to assassinate a Demon Lord. Do another Now Burst. I don't think Rocky ever got hers off. Quit healing so much. It's very annoying. Alright, you're the only ones left, Demon Lords. You feel fear? You should. You should probably heal Rakia. Nice. Jeez. Even Power Heal doesn't do that much. Isn't there a full heal? Is that Divine Healing? Looks like it. Okay. That was a nasty fight. We got a sword. That's potentially exciting. 12 is not a lot of hit points, but what is this sword? Another Aurora Blade, wow. Too bad we can't offhand it. And as amazing as it is, it's not better than the Odin sword. Yeah, not even close. Oof. Well, we made it through, but that was a tough fight. Okay, looking better. I guess getting another Aurora sword is save-worthy. Nothing else, we can certainly sell it for, I would imagine, quite a bit. Oh, we got teleported back to here. Well, that's easily remedied. Right, Cecily just got a level, so Valrus should theoretically be closer to a level up, although he got a level recently too, so neither of them is likely to be close. But since they just recently got level ups, they're both basically full on mana points. Oh, we feel no malice from the Gold Dragon. It cordially greets us and walks off. Goodbye, Gold Dragon. A Lone Reaper. It ambushed us. What a pointless action. Now you die. Thanks for wasting my time. A hammer. Could that be a good weapon? Maybe. Holy Mace. Wow. 158 to 550. That is a good weapon. For Bishop... Wait a minute. If I give this to Valrus, he can attack from the back line. Oh, man. Wow. I mean, I probably want him using Magic Wall almost always, but... Imagine if I class changed Cecily back to a Bishop and gave this to her. Now, the big downside is she'd lose the ability to boost her spells, but... that might be worth giving up? Or, you know, I could give it to Valrus, or whoever has the higher strength, realistically. The point is, if I have two bishops, one of them could wield this, which is a pretty darn good weapon. That increases piety. This doesn't, but it gives M defense plus and special defense plus, which is awesome. Dang it. Come on, interface, quit messing with me here. There we go. Honestly, this alone makes me consider class-changing Cecily back into a bishop. I mean, I class-changed Radar back into a lord so he could use that Odin blade. Really good gear can be worth dictating your classes. It's that important to have good gear. And if you have a really amazing weapon lying around and no one in your party can use it, maybe you should fix that nobody in the party can use it part. But yeah, I said we could get good gear down here. I wasn't kidding. And we are getting some good gear. We're getting pretty lucky drops, I guess. It helps that we're constantly fighting incredibly tough enemies that have good drops, instead of them being rare encounters. What now? A single greater demon. Let's experiment. Let's see what happens if he whacks it with his mace. Okay, he didn't get the chance. He was too slow. Dead end. Where do we explore next? There's a few places. Let's try here. I'm getting the idea that what's eventually going to happen is we find a teleport that takes us into this center area, and that's where we meet the final boss. Oh, 3 greater demons. I kind of feel like I want the magic wall up if we're up against 3 of them. I guess it wouldn't have mattered in this case. Armor received. What I really want is to get a shuriken from them, but it seems like a pretty rare drop. Nightmail? 33 defense! Oh my gosh. A lord can wear it. Well, that's 2 lord-exclusive armors we have found. This is even better than the holy armor, although the holy armor gives M defense, special defense, and hit points. Oops. This gives all that and more. Oh my gosh. Because Ridge is the more fragile, having not nearly as many hit points as Radar, for various reasons, you two can swap armor then. There we go. Nice, what a find. Glad to have multiple lords in my party since we're finding all this lord-exclusive gear. Really good lord-exclusive gear. Alright, Master Plate, you have been obsoleted. Man, that Nightmail is impressive stuff. That is definitely worth a save again. The good drops just keep coming. I think we opened that portcullis, right? Yes. Aha, that's teleported us into the center area, and we got anti-magicked. Oh wow, this is... Oh, how dare you. Anti-spell, but not anti-warp. This is definitely giving me Final Boss Chamber vibes. Whew, deep breath. Okay, we fight a trash mob first. A Lone Reaper stands in the way to ruin the drama. How dare you. Okay, and then he runs, ruining the drama even more. What a swine. I guess that Jester's cap isn't just for show. Oh, there's a skull. That is just screaming final boss. I actually want to turn the lights on so I don't accidentally step into it because it's really hard to see. It's still kind of hard to see. Let's make a save just in case it's right in front of us. Guys, I just want to pace out the room and then engage what's probably the last story cutscene. Get out of my way. Being very rude. And Valrus is dead, and you stole a crap load of money from him. For this, you die. Swine. And now Izumi is dead. Alright. That's what you get. Scum. However, that might be a good sword. Okay, we have some rezzing to do. Oh, that's not ideal. Maybe I should save before I try that again. Because that might be a good sword. So I don't just want to reload to before we got the sword. Okay, we reload that. We reload that. No thanks. Not after all the hours I've put into building up these characters. That's more like it. Okay. Now, is this a good sword? No, it's just a katana. I was excited over nothing. Fix the formation. Yes, I'm sure. Okay. Alright, there's the boss right there. Let's just pace the room out. Okay, let's at least approach it from the right dramatic angle. Whew. Okay. Everybody ready? Let's do this. Searching for the origin of the sad voice you find. Yes, we know. It's Sheen. You don't have to just keep calling her the incredibly beautiful woman. Interesting. At that moment, Sheen is cast violently into the wall by an unknown force. She slides unconscious to the floor. The source of the assault on Lady Sheen slowly emerges from a room behind her. The form of the Lost King stands before you. So, Diamant, are you actually evil? What a twist. A wicked and irredeemably inhuman smile crosses the lips of the king. He's demon-possessed. The king has gone mad. To hear such words come from the man once called the King of Virtue, Diamant V, is nearly inconceivable. Okay, it's battle time. Whew. Level 32 King Diamant. How strong are you gonna be, Your Majesty? Okay. Sure. Why not? We got a sword. The felled King Diamant V scowls at you, kneeling at your mercy. I one-shotted you, King Diamant. I mean, you're not really that invincible. As if responding to the king's desperate cry, the air around King Diamant V begins to darken and change. A swirling infernal energy surrounds the king like a black shroud. The king's shoulders split, revealing the head of a dragon. It bursts from his body like a demonic and horrifying plant. However, the expression on the king's face is not one of pain, but a ghastly smile. And with that smile, you see that the last vestiges of his humanity are truly gone. Alright, so yes, he is a multi-stage final boss. I don't have any of my buffs on, do I? No, I forgot to turn them back on. Oops. Alright. True final boss, I think. Tempestus Rex, King of Storms. Alright, Tempestus Rex, how tough are you? Okay. Okay. Okay, he's dead. Alright, he's hardcore. This might be one of those RNG heavy fights where we just have to do it repeatedly until we get lucky? Maybe. It doesn't help that I forgot to turn my buffs back on. We're not hitting him for anything. Whew. Kairi Tayo, I want to go home, or I want to return. He's regenerating as much as we're damaging him, since most of our party's dead. Okay, yeah, this is a problem. Alright, we died. The party was annihilated. Okay. We'll try again. I don't know if we need to grind a bunch and he's way too strong, or if it's just a very RNG heavy fight and we need to fight him repeatedly until we get lucky. But if nothing else, fighting him with the buffs off was stupid. That was dumb. I forgot to turn them back on after we got anti-magicked. Okay, now they're on. Can I skip the cutscene? Is there a way to do this? What if I hold down F? No. Okay, I can just power through it quickly. Yeah, I don't see a way to just skip it. Alright, well Form 1 didn't seem very formidable. And indeed it's not. He didn't drop a sword that time. I'm pretty sure he drops an amazing sword. So I almost might want to do this repeatedly until he drops the sword. I think it's like one of the best swords in the game. But I don't know, given how hard Phase 2 is, maybe I should just do this till I beat Phase 2 and not worry about the drops. Okay. Yeah, let's just hope we get luckier, I guess. What's the thing to make him easier to hit? Slow field or something? Slow movement. I don't know that the magic wall helped, so maybe I should have them both use it in the hope one of them goes before he does, or one of them survives and gets it off. Okay, so he just starts by killing the entire back line, because he hits everybody and their hit points just can't handle it. And we still can't hit him. That is a weird death noise for Rokier. Okay, that didn't go great. Huh. That's so overwhelming, I don't even begin to know what the strat would be, is the thing. Okay, I'll try a couple more times, I suppose. Oh, here's a thing we can do. Let's actually see what the game's music is for this big fight. And this scene. Okay, it doesn't have... Oh wait, hold on. Did I not actually turn it back on because I just hit exit instead of confirm? That's probably what happened. Nope, there just isn't music for the cutscene. Understood. Oh, we got a shield this time. A sword is more exciting. Oh, here's some music for the cutscene. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This just might not be doable. I don't know. Now I'll burst then. Oh, he attacked with a different thing this time. He didn't immediately kill us. Okay, sure, whatever. It's just a very RNG heavy fight. We did it. Would have rather gotten the sword from that first fight, but whatever. Diamant V, his body still meshed with the grotesque remains of the demon that burst from within him, struggles to lift his weapon. However, even though he wraps his hand around the hilt, he has no strength with which to raise it. You sound like every tyrant ever, Diamant. Get out of here. King Diamant V slumps to the ground, and with his last breath, a dark mystical shroud covers his form. So pretty clearly, he was driven mad from studying the Book of Dreams and became demon-possessed. Maybe he tried to write in it without the proper pen. Alahawi told us about that. As darkness clears, you can make out the broken body of the old king lying motionless in death. They say laying, but that is not grammatically correct. I wonder if this is all a reference to the original series of Wizardry games, where I forget what they're called. Oh, it's just not coming to me. But there's like a magical world-altering book and pen in that, too. This is probably a reference to all that. Lady Sheen awakens slowly and moves to cradle the corpse of the late king in her slender arms. She speaks quietly, barely audible in the great chamber. Alright, so you are definitely the good guy in all this, Sheen. You have been unjustly maligned. In his search for a way to bring peace to his people, King Diamant V turned into a creature that craved only destruction. The once great king has truly fallen. Unable to continue, Sheen breaks down, sobbing pitifully over the broken remains of the now-dead king. Okay, extremely abrupt scene transition. Diamant VI, upon hearing a full account of the event, made a public announcement to his people. He said that the king was slain while attempting to rescue Lady Sheen from the hands of her kidnapper, the minister Gregor. I guess that's a reasonable propaganda story to come up with. The adventurers who know the truth of his demise keep it a secret to honor the man he once was. The threat has come to an end. Roll credits! Okay. I guess it's review time. Also, this is some special music we can listen to. Let's hear a little bit of this. Okay, I thought it might have lyrics. Sounded like it would. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and do a review now. We're not done with the game because we haven't done the deep levels, the entire third dungeon, which was originally DLC. So we're like 2/3 done in that respect. Although I don't know if it'll take us as long to clear that, or maybe even longer. It's probably going to be insanely difficult. But we're done with the main story now. And if the game didn't now come bundled with the extra DLC, we'd have been done with all the content now. But anyway, so with that said, it's a really fun, retro, old school, hardcore difficulty dungeon crawler, and I like it a lot. It's really addictive. I enjoyed the heck out of playing it. It is quite flawed. It has a lot of flaws. Some of the ways in which it's retro and old school, maybe it's for the best that those are not common game elements anymore, and we've largely moved past them, except for throwbacks like this, like some of the clunky interface, and I mean, the perma character death has its place, but I feel like this isn't really the best kind of game for that. It makes more sense to me in things like roguelikes, where every cycle, every playthrough is relatively short, because then you don't get quite so intensely screwed by character permadeath. But honestly, the biggest problem is how on like the 9th floor, you just hit this giant wall of difficulty. Even if you've been 100%ing everything up to that point, and there's not really much choice except to go do a whole bunch of farming and grinding, combined with how important, how downright critical it is to have really good gear to make your characters survivable, and even more than that, to make them capable of dealing meaningful damage. And the game itself does nothing whatsoever to help you know how to get that gear. You basically just, if you want to do it at all efficiently, have to look up online what kind of things drop that gear, where to farm them. And then you're at the mercy of RNG, waiting for those things to actually drop. Some people love that kind of thing. That's fine. I'm not going to criticize them for liking what they like. But to me, that's just lazy game design to pad out the length of the game. It's not especially fun or interesting. Borderline just a waste of time, in all honesty, having to do a bunch of grinding and farming. By far the low point of the game. So all of that prevents it from being a 4-star game. 4 stars being the highest rating I give. But despite all those flaws, it's still really fun, really addictive, enjoyable dungeon crawling. Just a core gameplay loop of exploring the map, filling it in, fighting monsters, finding treasure chests, getting the loot in them, finding the control switches to open the portcullises, and then simultaneously completing quests as you do so, and interacting with the NPCs back in town, and selling loot, and all that stuff. And then doing some class changes. The core gameplay loop is really fun. Retired already, fair adventure? Unsheath your blade and take another look. The Labyrinth has yet to relinquish all its secrets. So it's a really good and fun game, but it has flaws for sure. The grinding and farming, I could do without. Especially the reliance on good gear to make your party survivable, and the RNG involved with that and so on. But that's it. We've completed the main game, the main story. Well done to us. We put together a party powerful enough to accomplish it, and that's no mean feat. I would have rather have gotten the sword. All we got was a dragon kite. The sword is like called Excalibur. It's Excalibur. Let me just bring up my document. Swords and daggers. Where are you, Excalibur? There it is. Actually, I have weapons that are better, I think. Yeah, it hits 5 times for 67 to 129 damage. It gives plus 6 accuracy, but minus 5 dodge. It does give you a boost to all of your stats, and it can inflict mute and petrification. And it's good against a bunch of different monster types. So it's a good weapon. But honestly, it's not necessarily better than some of the weapons we have. It can be dropped by either the King or Tempestus Rex, the King of Storms. We didn't get it from either of them. But it can also be dropped by the Rie enemies that we were fighting. At least in the deep levels, it can, apparently, according to this document, which has been highly accurate so far. But there's actually better weapons we can get even than that, so it's not the end of the world if it didn't drop. We can get the Gram and the Kotetsu, which are better. Those we can get in the deep levels, nowhere else, I think. But anyway, we got another Dragon Kite, and that's cool. So, yeah. We've completed the main story. Essentially, the main playthrough is done now. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. My criticisms aside, I had a heck of a good time playing it. But we're not done, because we still have the entire deep levels to do, the quests there. And of course, we haven't entirely completed Iron Hand's quest, because we have to farm for the crap he wants. So there's more to do. From here on, it's basically post-game content. So, like I said, thank you for joining me for the main playthrough of the game. And whenever I start on the post-game content, I hope you will join me for that. I'll see you then.